Now, if you have ever marked out a level you plan on taking a trade from, but on price getting there, you start saying, let me wait for confirmation, let me wait for a 1 minute time frame change of character, or you take a trade and that trade start going in drawdown. You see yourself going in loss, then you go over, start jumping out of the trade without the trade hitting your stop loss. Or you go over, take a trade, and that trade start going in your favor, you are making profit, then you see yourself start jumping out without the trade even getting to 1:2 or even getting to your take profit. These are things that you're going to do when you lack confidence in trading. In this very video, I'm going to teach you guys how to build up your confidence in trading, and this is what's going to help you become profitable. Those are a few things I just said, right? First, you have a level you plan on buying from, but because you are afraid, you now start saying, let me wait for a 1 minute time frame change of character, or let me wait for some reaction before I take this very trade, right? Or you take a trade, that trade is gaining loss, and you see yourself jumping out of that very trade. Why? Because you are afraid of losing. Or you see yourself making profit, then you go over, start closing out on the trade because you made little profit, not even up to 1:2 RR, right? Or you see yourself having a bias, right? You have a buy setup, but because someone posted a sell setup, you see yourself deleting your buy limit, and then you are waiting, you are no longer taking that very trade. Why? Because you are now afraid. Now, these are things you are going to do once you lack confidence in trading. And in this very video, I'm going to teach you guys how to build up your confidence, and this is what's going to help you become profitable. Now, the very first that is making you lack confidence in trading is when you are afraid. Now, being afraid is something that can happen to every single trader, right? As far as you are a human, right? You are a trader, you risk your money in trading, fear is definitely going to come in, right? Now, how is this going to come in? If you fund any account, or you get a prop firm, or you get an investor's account, and you go over start trading that very account, you're going to take a couple of trades. If you take a couple of trades and you lost those trades, let's say you found $1,000, you take your first trade, you lost it, second trade, you lost it, right? And you've taken a couple of losses and your account is now at about $600, right? Maybe you're risking 10% of the account, which is about $100 per trade. Now you've lost 4 trades, your account is now at $600. Now fear is going to come in. Why? Because you've lost some money on that very account and you don't want to keep losing money on that very account. In this very case, now once you have a setup, you might be afraid of taking it. Or once you have a setup, you will now start thinking, okay, let me wait for confirmation, let me wait for 1 minute time frame change of character before I jump on this very trade. Or you have a setup, you go over, start reducing your risk. Or if the trade is going against you, you go over, start jumping out. Why? Because you are afraid. If you have previously made money, you fund $1,000, you're risking 10% on a single trade, you take that account to, let's say, $1,500, or you take that account to $2,000. Now, you are now having $2,000 in your trading account. You know fully well that I've made extra profit. I'm not going to be afraid of taking that very trade. If I have the next setup, I'm going to definitely take it because I know fully well that I'm risking only profit. So that's one thing that's going to make you, or that's making you lack confidence in trading. Now, or some of you, many of you have been trading for some time, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I've seen someone trading for 5 years who has still not become profitable, right? No matter how long you've been trading. Now, you've taken those trades, you are not profitable. Why? Because you've been putting money to the market, you've been losing it. Now, if you watch, because of those losses you've taken previously, this fear is going to come in, right? You're not going to be afraid. It's always when you are losing, when you have previous losses, when you have losses on your account, this fear is going to come in. You'll not be afraid of taking trades. You see a trade, you just jump out. Now, how do you overcome this and become more confident again? Remember, this is just the first thing that's going to make you lack confidence. Now, how do you overcome this? Now, this is what I always tell everyone. Take these previous losses you've taken in the market as a failed investment, right? Or as a tuition fee you paid to trading. Now, you've been trading for some time. You've been losing money. You go back to your trade history, you see yourself in drawdown. Now, take those losses as a tuition, right? As the money you paid for a failed investment. You know, you've done some things in real life that made you lose money. So take that as part of it. Then you start in anew, right? As a fresh trader. Now, you've done so many things in real life, right? Done a couple of failed investments. So take that losses you've taken previously in trading as part of those failed investments and start afresh. Build yourself up and make sure you no longer think of those previous losses, right? Start building up your confidence by no longer referring and start thinking of those losses you've taken previously in the market. You've already, how should I put it? You've already done the deal. You've already lost those money previously. But once you are now profitable, once you are now becoming confident, you are now becoming profitable, you will definitely recover those losses. So take it as a failed investment and then continue. Start anew. Take it as a fresh trader, the way you were as a beginner. As a beginner, you are not always afraid. You have a setup, you definitely jump on it. You will even go over leverage your account. Why? Because you are not afraid. But once you are now trading for some time, fear is not gonna come in because of those losses you've taken or because you've been losing under your profit. So take it as a failed investment and then start anew as a fresh trader. Now, the second thing that's gonna make you lack confidence, right, is when you over leverage. Now, this is extremely important. Now, in trading, everybody is here to make money. Me, I'm here to make money. You are here to make money. But once you start over leveraging your account, it's gonna just be terrible. Now, trust me, capital is never your problem. Many of you are gonna say, hey, capital is my problem. I can't even fund up to $100. I can't fund up to $1,000. Trust me, capital is never your problem. If you're able to trade, manage your risk consistently, you will be able to build your capital, right, and start growing. I started off from zero, right? A couple of dollars, that's what I started up with, right? Now, if you're able to control yourself, trade your plan, have a strategy, have a risk management plan, trade out your capital, you're going to definitely grow that capital. So capital is never the problem. Now, the second thing that's going to make you lack this confidence is when you over leverage. Let's say, for instance, I put in $100, and you know fully well that your $100 now is maybe a couple of percentage from your salary, maybe 10% from your salary. That's what you put into that account or your savings, right? Or a couple of money of your side hustles. That's what you put into that trading account. You know fully well that if I lose this $100 now, I'm going to need to wait till the end of the month or till the end of the week before I'm able to fund again. So now you are meant to go over trade that account conservatively. You're not meant to go all in on that very account. Why? Because you know fully well that before you go to fund again, it's going to take time. So what you need to do is to scale up that account, grow that account conservatively. Now, if you go over take a trade, one trade and that account is gone, it's going to affect your confidence. Once you fund the account again, you might go over start risking 1%, or you might even be afraid of taking a trade again. Or you go over start looking for who is going to send you signal, going for signal room to signal room. Why? Because you've over leveraged and you've taken that loss. Definitely you're going to make money. If that trade goes in your favor, definitely you're going to make more money. But if it goes against you, it's going to affect your confidence, right? It's going to affect your psychology. Now, how do you go about it? Pick a certain percentage you'll be risking on that very account. Now, if you see traders, they are risking 0.5%, 1% of their main account. I've seen a trader who has about $10,000, and that trader was risking about $150 on a single trade. Just imagine the difference, about 1.5% thereabout. So it was about 1.5%. Now, just imagine you having $10,000, you are risking 1.5%. Not that trader is afraid of taking risk. He's able to put in $10,000 in a trading account. So he's not afraid of taking risk. But because he wants to be able to take all the setup he has and be able to control his emotion, that's why he's risking that 30%. And that's an amount he's comfortable with. Now, if you over leverage your account, it's going to affect your emotion. It's going to affect your confidence. On the next trade, you will be afraid of taking it. Why? Because your confidence is now messed up. Right? So don't over leverage your account. Once you fund any amount you're able to fund, stay consistent, stay conservative on that very account. If you're going to be risking 1%, keep risking your 1% on the prop firm or on your personal account. If you're going to be risking 10%, keep risking your 10%. Just like that. Stay conservative and avoid over leveraging your account. If it goes well, you'll make money. But if it does not go well, it's going to affect your confidence. Now, that's the second thing that's going to make you lack confidence. And the very third thing that's going to make you lack confidence is lack of a proven trading plan. This is what I do teach over and over again, right? Before I continue, I have a mentorship class where I teach students how I trade, right? In the mentorship class, I teach and then give my students how to create a trading plan, something they can be repeating over and over again. Even long after they are done with the mentorship class, they can keep repeating their trading plan. Now, if I ask many of you watching me now, many of you does not have any single trading plan, and you say you want to become profitable, I don't think it's going to be possible, right? Now, in trading, this is what it is. Once you go over fund an account, you go over create a plan for that very account, saying I'll be risking 1% of this very account. I'll be targeting 1 to 3 weeks to draw ratio. This is a strategy I'll be using on this very account. These are how many times I'll be trading in a day. These are how many losses I'll be taking. Those are plans. A complete trading plan that's going to help you trade every single time. That's going to help you trade that account, grow that account, and make profit on that very account. Now, You go over, you say you have a trading plan. You don't even know how much you're risking on a single trade. You don't even know how to go about calculating your risk. That's not a trading plan. Make sure your trading plan has everything you're going to need to become profitable. And not just creating a random trading plan. Make sure that trading plan is proven. People are using it and they are becoming profitable with that trading plan. That's what you go over. Create your own aligning with that certain trading plan. Right? So that's the third thing that is going to make you lack confidence when you have no proven trading plan. Make sure that trading plan is working and it has worked for several traders, right? Then the very fourth thing is when you chase the market or when you FOMO. Now, this is also going to affect your confidence in trading once you FOMO into trades. You go over panic, right? This is going to affect your trading. Once you go over jump on that very trade, most times, if you go over jump on some random trade without your strategy complete, it's going to go against you. And once that go against you, now once you now have your strategy complete, you will not be afraid of taking that very trade. You go over to gold. Today, you just go over, jump on a buy on gold. Your strategy is not present, but you still went ahead, jump on that very buy. If you hit stop loss on that very trade, on the next trade, you might be afraid of taking that very trade. Why? Because you FOMO into that first trade. You were chasing the market. You are not patient enough to wait for your setup. It's going to affect your confidence in trading, right? So now, learn to be patient and learn to always wait for the market. Don't FOMO. FOMO means fear of missing out. You're afraid of missing out. Gold is buying. I don't want to miss out on this buy on gold. You jump on some random buys. Right? It's important to always stay disciplined, stay patient to wait for your setup. You have a strategy. Make sure that strategy is complete before you jump on that very trade. Right? Now, the very fifth thing that's going to make you lack confidence is when you don't journal or review your trades. Review yourself. Now, it's important. If you don't journal or review yourself, it's just like you keep repeating that mistake over and over again. Me personally, right, I have a journaling note. I have a note where I journal all my trades. Right, I write down all the trades I'm taking. Now, what's that going to help me? Once I go over to my notes, I'm going to see some trade I took out of just the strategy was not complete, but I just took it anyway. Right, these are traders going to make me mainly lose. Right, there are traders that don't always mainly go against me. If I'm able to see that I'm doing this the first time, doing this the second time, if I check it out, I might not do it again the fourth time. Why? Because it's something I've written down that I've been doing that I'm not meant to do again. But if you keep repeating that mistake again, it's just in normal real life. If you keep repeating the mistake again, right, in real life, right, if you keep repeating the same mistake over and over again, trust me, right, many of you have already experienced it. You lack confidence in that very thing. You are not afraid. You now feel, I cannot do this, right? You're not afraid of doing the thing again. But if you go over, evaluate your mistakes, journal your trades, watch your trades, right? Go over, journal your trade, review those trades, review yourself. You won't go over, repeat those mistakes, and those mistakes you'll be repeating over and over again. It's gonna affect your confidence. Now, that's the very fifth thing that's gonna make you lack confidence. And the final thing that's gonna make you lack confidence is when you go over, start comparing yourself to other traders. Now, this is a big deal. Me personally, I did this previously. I don't do this previously. I'll go over, start comparing myself with other traders. And most times is when you are making profit. Me personally, recently the profit I made is between $500 to about $1,000 if I hit full take profit on a single trade, right? Because of the risk. That's what I'm comfortable around risking. Now, if you watch closely, I'm not able to go over and start risking $1,000 on a single trade, right? Because that's too much of a risk for me. But before, if I go over and start comparing myself, I saw someone making $100,000 from a single trade, $50,000 from a single trade, $10,000 from a single trade, right? $5,000 from a single trade. My greed is gonna come in. I'll go over, start over risking on my account, and that's gonna always mess up your psychology. So don't compare yourself to any single trader. If you have a strategy you trade, keep trading that very strategy, keep developing that very strategy, keep improving that very strategy. If you see someone who is doing well with the strategy, trust me, not everything you see online is actually real, right? There are traders out there who just keep posting wins. They will just keep showing you wins, showing you their wins, but the losses they're gonna take, they won't show you. And once you see yourself seeing wins, then you say, I'm trading this same strategy, what am I doing wrong? And once they call for mentorship, call for you to pay for their signals, you see yourself jumping, paying them, right? That's not going to help you. Now, what do? Look for a trader who is being transparent, who is taking these losses with you. Are taking losses, he's taking the losses as well, right? It's gonna show you that, okay, I'm taking some losses as well, but he's winning more than he's losing, right? And secondly, he's doing well with the strategy. You go over, meet the person, learn from him, right? Learn the strategy from him so you can go over, repeat it, and then your system is failing you. You keep funding, depositing over and over again. With the YouTube video I've been doing, by now you should have a trading plan, but still you are not able to build up a trading plan. But you see someone who is able to fund an account, grow that very account, did not blow that account in a month, did not blow that account in a week, but still is making profit on that very account. Go over to the person, learn from the person. Instead of you comparing, trying to make profit the same way the person is making profit, or trying to win trade the same way the person is winning trade. Like I told you, they're going to show you only wins, and be transparent. If I say let me show only wins, I can do that. I'll just keep hiding my losses, showing you wins, and you think I'm a ghost in the market. I always win, but that's not reality, right? I'm literally just hiding my losses. But I don't hide my losses, I show you my losses. But that's what happens in trading. Now, once you start comparing yourself, now you start feeling, this guy is always winning, why am I losing? And once you have it set up, because the trader is posting the opposite of what you have, you see yourself, your confidence is down. You are deleting your setup, you are now waiting for what the trader posted. So these are things that's going to make you lack confidence. And let me go over each of them again. The very first one is when you are afraid, right? The fear because of previous losses you've taken on your account, or losses you've taken in the past. Now the second thing is when you over leverage. Don't over leverage your account, don't over risk. Capital is never your problem, right? Fund your normal $10. If you are aggressive at taking risk, split it into two. Say after 2 stop loss, my account is gone. If you are comfortable with it, take it. Risk first trade, target 1 is to 4. If you hit take profit on that very trade, now your $10 now is now at $30. Your capital is getting big. Then you should go over, okay, let me keep risking my 5%. My $5 on a single trade. If you reach $5 now and you lose that very trade, your account is down to just $25. You still have about 5 more trades before you blow the account. If you go over win trades and you feel you are good, capital is your problem, you are winning trades, you're going to definitely grow that account. You're going to grow it to $100 to $1,000 because you are good with strategy, as you claim. You claim capital is your problem, or you go over fund your $100. Right, you want to trade that $100, but if you capital is my problem, $100 is too small for me to trade. Go over, split it to 5. Take it as 5 trades. After 5 stop loss, your account is gone. First trade, target 1 is to 4. And for one trade is going to make you about $20 times 4. That's about $80. Your $100 is now at $180. If you win more trades like that, you're going to see yourself at $1,000 by the end of the week or by the end of the month. So capital is never your problem. Don't over leverage. Capital is never your problem. First thing you are afraid of because of previous losses. Second thing, don't over leverage. Third thing, have a proven trading plan, right? Learn from my YouTube video, or you join my mentorship class, or you find someone who is actually showing you the proven trading plan and learn from him or her, right? Then the final thing, don't chase the market, don't FOMO into trades. Then the fifth thing is for you to go over, journal and self-review your trades. Then the final thing is for you not to compare any trader with yourself. Right, so these are a few things. I believe this will help you become more profitable, right? Make more good decisions in trading. And if this video was helpful, right, I just decided to do this. Right, I'm just trying to find a setup in the market, right? So I just decided to do this, record these very videos. If it can help one of you become profitable, right? If it was helpful, like the video, subscribe, and also invite your friends to subscribe as well. Right, and drop a nice comment of what you think about the video in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the very next video. So take care, guys.